Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously, create dozens of quick lists, display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Wednesday, April 15, 2015. The question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Today on the markets we had, first of all, the earnings season that continues with Bank of America that released their earnings. They missed estimates, however revenues are slightly going up today with Bank of America. And we had other major big blue chips such as Intel, Delta Airlines, CSX that released their earnings. All of them did either in line with estimates or better than estimates. So I would say that so far with the earnings season that started yesterday, it's doing pretty okay for the earnings season. Another news that came out is about China. The GDP growth for the first quarter is around 7%. That's below the previous reading and in line with estimates, but this is the lowest growth level since the 2009 financial crisis. So that's actually something that should worry investors, but that's not how the Chinese index is moving today. Actually, if you take a look at the index so far is able to maintain its gain pretty much. So there's definitely no really movement there. Concerning the ECB, they decided to keep their interest rate intact, their monetary policy unchanged, and they will keep the program until 2016. Same thing for Bank of Canada. We have no change concerning the interest rate. We still keep the same interest rate. So it's an environment where all the central banks are keeping the loose monetary policies. And I think this is kind of encouraging investors, though, to continue to buy the market. But if we take a look at the situation of the markets right now, you see that the American markets, I'm talking of the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, are all heading towards their top here. And on the TSX, we're able to make a new high. So the show is going to be focused on 2 particular sectors where the money is flowing. On the American markets, it's going to be about the industrial sector and the energy sector. On the TSX, the energy sector and an opportunity to potentially open long positions among gold stocks. So let's start with the US index. The US index, first of all, the full list of the industrial stocks that are clearly breaking out today, it's all published on MarketGurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days. But I'm going to show you some stocks among that list that are actually breaking out, such as Lennox International that is breaking out, Trinity Industries that is breaking out, Fluor that is breaking out, Eaton Corp that is breaking out. So all those stocks are all buying signals. And as we have said, though, what you should favor, it's mostly to buy some stocks where there is a sector movement. So on the industrial sector today, on the US, I would say that it's a go. On MarketGurus.tv, we will actually pick the best stock out of that sector to recommend among our analyst choice portfolio if the sector can sustain its rally. We also have a lot of stocks in the energy sector in the US that are breaking out. So if we take a look here on MarketGurus.tv, by looking at the New York here, there are 56 breakouts on New York, and on New York, 17 of them are on the energy sector. So it's still a sector where there's a lot of rally, there's a lot of stocks that are breaking out. Later on in the show, I'm going to show you the list of the best breakouts. On the TSX as well, there's 9 breakouts out of the 17 breakouts in total on the TSX. 9 are related to the energy sector. So that's also a signal where on energy stocks, there's definitely a buyer's momentum. And the thing that could explain that is there might be a wave of speculators that expect a big wave of merger and acquisitions in the energy sector after Shell bought BG Group. But we have to take into account that the environment has not changed. We don't have an environment where demand is so strong, that it can outpace the production output that's still at the same level. It's true that oil is in a nice technical pattern. It's clearly breaking a support there for USO, so it's definitely bullish there. But I think that on this rally, those of you who bought some positions in the energy sector yesterday or 2, 3, 4 days ago, I think the best strategy remains to continue to take some profit on some of your positions. That's what we have done on MarketGurus.tv. I give you an example. For instance, on the US, the energy sector is clearly maintaining its rally, and we did have an exposure in the US on the energy sector with an ETF like ERX that we recommended as a buy in our analyst choice portfolio on MarketGurus.tv. Today, we decided to take a second round of profit on ERX. So that's the strategy that you should do. If you already have some exposure, do not over increase your exposure on the energy sector. So we saw the energy sector on the US. It's also the same situation on the Canadian side. There are some breakouts, yes, but as I said, do not be greedy and buying a lot of long positions because the fundamental factors have not changed in terms of demand, and there's a speculation that we might have a wave of mergers and acquisition. Now let's take a look at gold here. Gold is in a situation where it's neutral, right? Those of you who bought HGD, I don't think you should panic right now because gold remains within a sideways formation. The gold sector, though, is just testing its resistance. The good thing is that the more we stay within the sideways resistance here, the better will be the technical signal that will come out of it. So if gold sector could go above 169, that would be a nice go on the gold sector. Are there some stocks that could break out? Yes, there are, but they're not yet in a situation to buy. Not yet. Watch them. Gold Corp, higher than $25. IAM Gold, higher than 276. Dator Gold, higher than 1213. Those stocks could be the ones that could break out if the gold sector confirms a bullish cycle. So this sector remains a sector where you should put a lot of stocks on your watch list here. All those stocks that are highlighted with an eye on the gold sector are all stocks that you should put on your watch list. But do not buy gold stocks today expecting that the rally could happen, because the gold sector situation remains still precarious with gold that is not confirming a bullish cycle and the gold sector that is still at its resistance. So do not react on that, but put stocks on your watch list on the gold sector. So we're going to take a look at some questions. So here we have one question from Z. How did you know that HEU would do that much better than HOU? Well, we could not know before, but the thing is, the strategy why we decided to get into HEU is because we saw the energy sector HEU on April 1st here that started a bullish cycle. So that was clear. As concerning oil on April 1st, it was not clear. It was a clear, convincing bullish cycle, because on the energy sector there, we had a clear stabilization phase, right? and a clear breakout. So there was also several stocks that were breaking out in the sector, that were starting to break out in the sector. So this is one of the reasons why we saw more momentum on the energy sector, and we decided to buy HEU on MarketGurus.tv and our analyst shorts portfolio. Concerning oil, on April 1st, it was not that clear. And also oil, as I said, there's the fundamental factors in terms of output and demand that can place against oil. While energy companies, though, a lot of them have been able to cut their spending. They're becoming a little bit more efficient. So some investors are more willing to say, you know what, I love how they operate right now. They have been able to cut their expenses. So I'm more willing to buy an energy company that could thrive in a low interest rate environment instead of buying oil where supply and demand so far, I don't see a surge in demand that would allow to get all the supply that has been getting into the market for the last few years. So this is one of the reasons why HEU has been performing better, because companies have becoming more, energy companies have become more efficient by cutting their expenses. Now, is go on NUGT? NUGT, not yet. It's not a go. As I said, Jack, gold stocks, the gold sector is in a situation where you should watch. As long as the sector is not confirming a bullish cycle, I will not get in at all on NUGT. So NUGT for me, it should be put on your watch list. The buying signal becomes around 1250 on NUGT. And if you put a Fibonacci retracement, if it goes above 1250, well, what are your targets right now? Well, 1250, the next target now become either 1265 or 1432 on NUGT. But wait for the sector to confirm a bullish cycle. NUGT today should only be put on your watch list, but not a buy as long as it doesn't go above 1250. Hi, Chris. TMM. Anything fundamentally wrong here? I don't know for TMM. What I would advise you to do, Paul, is to take a look at go to Google Finance, type Timmins Gold, and usually you can see all the news that are there. I'll try to look at the latest press release, and you'll be able to find out. But so far, I have nothing concerning TMM. During the pause, I'm going to go to Google Finance to see if I have something, but so far, I don't know anything by heart concerning Timmins Gold.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back. So Paul, as I said, go to Google Finance and look at this. I go to Google Finance, I type Timmins Gold, take a look at the date. So the latest press release, first of all, we had one that came out here that the stock has been, price target has been lowered to $1. Another news, we saw on April 13 that the number of short interest has went up on a stock like that. So those might be one of the reasons recently that happened. And you also have the website here at the bottom. So those are the way you can make your research on a stock like that if you want to know more information fundamentally concerning a company. Now we have a tough question here from Jerry. YFI, when to sell? Well, Jerry, I have to admit it's tough. For me, it's the thing is, I don't know. If you bought it here though, at 22.50 normally would be the point to get out. But the thing is, if it goes below 22.50, there's a possibility that it could stabilize there as well, right? And it's going to be such a big loss from 27 to 22.50. So for me, it's not so clear. The stock is forming a sideways formation, right? It's staying neutral. I would say maybe 20 to 50, you might start to reduce your exposure on a stock like that. But for me, it's not clear. It's definitely not clear, right? It's a story that could just begin and allow the stock to go even higher for YFI. So I just cannot give you a call in that stock for now because it's not clear. Is this 20 to 50 a nice upward trend that we can believe in for YFI? Now, Jules bought BB today at 12.32. What do you think? Well, BB so far, let me show you here, Jules. Look, BB is among our best pick for day trading on marketgurus.tv. So you bought at 12.32. Great job because the stock made a sideways formation, broke out, right? 2-3 uptick on the upside. You should continue to hold on to that stock for day trading. Now, for swing trading, I think you should continue to hold on to it as well. It's overbought. That's the thing, though. So as long as BlackBerry remains above $12, there's no reason to get rid of it because at $12, this is where we'll go below all the 10-day, 30-day, and 50-day moving average for BlackBerry. So hold on to that position. Good job there. It's overbought. So you might have either a pause or stabilization phase during the day. But if the stock can stay above $12, which corresponds also to that short-term upward trend, there's no reason to get rid of it on BlackBerry. Now, Patu, what do you think of MWE? MWE. That's not the right ticker, Patu. So I cannot help you with that. ECA. Took off today. What is the next resistance? Yeah, ECA, it's a buy today. It's a clear buy. Now, what is the next resistance? I love the technical pattern on a stock like that. The next resistance is at 1772. But on a stock like that, what I would usually do is I put the Fibonacci retracement. I take a look. You could take a look from that top to that bottom here to give you some perspective. And you see that the next target now becomes at 1639 on a stock like Encana. So that's the next target. It's a nice buy today, 5.65%. That's the only thing I don't like, but Stochastics making a higher bottom. I love it for ECA. And 16, also 39.49 corresponds to the 100-day moving average, which corresponds also to that former support of February. So at this point here, that's the point where you should consider to take some profit on ECA. So Z said, you're a magician concerning HU. Well, I'm not saying we're a magician. Our job here as an analyst is to make sure that we can make the best decision. And the thing is, as for a good trader, we always have to do our homework, which means that every end of each month, we always make sure that all the trades that we did for the month, what are the ones that did perform better, try to develop some techniques. And those techniques, though, allow us to improve ourselves, improve the way we trade and the indicators that we look for to determine if a stock or if ETF is good. And if I can share that information with you guys and help you guys become better traders, that's my pay. Now, let's take a look here at the best breakouts of the day, mostly on the energy sector and in the industrial sector. Those are the two sectors that's standing out today on the US and also on the Canadian side. So those are the list of the best breakouts of the day. And as for the best day trade of the day, it's a stock on the NASDAQ, a stock that's explosive though. VGGL on NASDAQ, one entry point here, another one there, and since then, 2-3 entry point on a stock like VGGL. Now, those of you got in here or there, the exit point now becomes if the stock goes below 225 for VGGL. So that has been our best day trade of the day. So that's it, folks. As I said, energy stocks are going up today. Yes, there are some breakouts, but if you bought some positions 1 day, 2 or 4 days ago, I think it's wise to take a second or third round of profit on those positions. We did it on ERX, which is a stock in our analyst choice portfolio on marketgurus.tv. Industrial sector in the US, a lot of stocks are breaking out. If you want access to the full list, free trial of marketgurus.tv, you'll be able to get access to it of that list. And on the TSX, there's the gold sector where several stocks could break out. But as I said, it's not an entry point, just stocks you should put on your shopping list. And whenever there's a clear bullish cycle, you'll be able to pick up those stocks. And a stock like Nugget that Jack mentioned is an ETF that could allow you to track this bullish cycle. But so far, It's not a buying signal. So that said, see you tomorrow on the Swing Trading Show on DecisionPlus.com.